I never really make videos about things I don't like or hate, but this will be one of those videos. I hate mosquitoes. Now, when I say I hate mosquitoes, I hate them with almost every fiber of my being, you know. Typically, it's not their fault that they're hated, but I still hate them, right? And in this video, I was talking about a mosquito in particular named Shirley. Now, why is the mosquito named Shirley, you may ask? Shirley's a nice name, for one. Two, it just happened that she was born from a bag of Shirley biscuits. Now, Shirley is a biscuit brand that exists in Jamaica mainly, I think. They have a couple of flavors. It just happens that she was born from a coconut flavored Shirley bag, which would have been a green wrapper. All right, green wrapper Shirley bag. Now, how did she come to be born from this wrapper bag? All right. Okay. Maybe a child was sitting in his mom's car eating the coconut flavored Shirley, which would have been in the green wrapper, and then the wrapper when it was right about to eat the last piece, like when he took it out, the wrapper just kind of blew away and landed in a spot, and 4 weeks later, Shirley was born. Now, the name Shirley is not really a name as much as a designation. So, let's say her designation would have been Shirley 45861, right? But this Shirley was a bit different because she had a dream. She wanted to perform in an orchestra. It just so happens that the day that she was born, like the day that she came out, or let's say the four, the four cycles that mosquitoes typically go through. So you have the larva, the egg, and straight up to adulthood, right? Uh, the day that she was born, right? This would have been the last time that mosquitoes would come from this particular bag. Why, you might ask? Well, it just so happens that that day would have been the day that Hurricane Beryl came barreling through Jamaica. And what that means is bags like this that would have been a stationary home would have easily become a mobile home, which would have probably ended up in a different place. So she would have been in the last set for a long time, for at least a couple of days. So what that means is the day that she came out, um, she had she came out in a full suit, almost like a tuxedo like, and she had on white socks and uh, was a beautiful mosquito by any stretch of the imagination. Looked like she was made to perform in an orchestra. All right. So in later that evening, right after she was born and she, you know, came into her own, got her wings like dry and you know, got her bearings right. Later that evening, when I was in my room against my better judgment, um, I started thinking about mosquitoes and I started worrying about mosquitoes. I started worrying about what happens to mosquitoes when hurricanes happen. I know, something was wrong with me because I started thinking that because I thought, no, they're so small and they don't really have any protection against the wind. Like that was like in the late. That was like, let's say, around 8 p.m. or so. I started thinking that, and I think why I started thinking that my phone was out of service, and weird thoughts happen when you don't have any like data to really take your mind off weird stuff like that. So I started thinking that, and unbeknownst to me, right, the wind. Well, it's, I guess, beknownst to me because I started to notice it. The wind that came through the window, it started to sound like a flute. Like if you ever heard like wind when it's passing through a window, especially during a hurricane, it always sounds a certain way, like that type of wind. All right, and I started hearing violins Now, these weren't your regular violins. No, 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 no. Apparently, while I was there feeling, you know, uh, pity for mosquitoes, they had all gathered in my room, maybe to show solidarity or to show me how they survive. Because all of them, Shirley and her compatriots, were there. And apparently, it wasn't just her that wanted to play the violin, because all of them apparently wanted to be in an orchestra and play the same instrument. So they came close to my ear and they started to tune their tune their violins. And yes, they started to tune their violins near to my ear. And unbeknownst to me too, apparently I was supposed to be guest starring in the orchestra as the percussionist. So we had the window playing the woodwind instrument. We had the string instruments from the uh, mosquitoes being led off by Shirley, and then I would have been the one that played percussion. What I mean by that, because they were so close to me, I had to be, you know, all over my neck. Look at this. Do you see this right here? Do you know what that is? That right there. This. Yes, that. That's a gift from Shirley. So, the other thing, I didn't realize that it was not just a show. It was dinner and a show. Because it was a la hooligan on the menu. So, normally, when you have dinner and a show, it's the people that they play for that will be eating while watching. But no, these greedy little mm, decided that they would be feasting while playing. A totally new take that I didn't know was possible. And I was the main course. So, needless to say, I'm not a huge fan of mosquitoes. Alright.